Clicking it.
I feel like I'm not in the middle of the camera.
Let's see. Can you move? Yeah, you just need to move a little bit. Hi, we're live. Let's see. Not that way. Let's see. That's fine. No, wait. No, go back. Okay. Better. Better.
Okay.
All right. Hello,
Okay.
everyone. We're live. Good morning. Good morning. Nice to see you all. We are going to talk about something very specific today. So, if you're not interested in starting a YouTube channel, either to grow your business or just to be a YouTuber, it's okay. You don't have to watch this. Go and watch a rerun. I have a whole bunch of other videos on my channel about house sitting or sabbaticals. You can watch a house sitting video. If you sell a product or a service, I think you should be on YouTube. Or if you want to sell a product or a service, I think you should be on YouTube. And so today we're going to talk about the very beginnings of starting a YouTube channel. We're going to talk very specifically about what your YouTube channel should be about. And then we're just going to hang out with my friend Katrina. Katrina, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Stephanie.
All right, so we're talking with Katrina today because Katrina is in a position that a lot of you guys are in. Katrina is at a place in like at a crossroads where she's deciding on what to do next in her life. I think that's fair to say. And
Yes.
right, Katrina's got a good job that's taking care of her, right? Good, well, I don't know about taking care, has a good job that is giving her income, but it's not the thing that she wants to be the focus of her life. And so right now, Katrina is at a place where she's working on what's next for me. A lot of us are there.
Right.
A lot of us are there. So we're going to talk about some YouTube stuff. I think that if you're at this place, YouTube is the place to be. So good morning. Let's say good morning to some people. And then Katrina, I'll have you introduce yourself in just 1 second. Good morning, Happy
Okay.
Girl Alaska. Good morning. Hey, Brown and Beachy, you're at the right place. You're in the right place. Good morning, Grace. Good morning, Darnell. Good morning, Sherilyn and Tony. Good morning, Pilar and Savvy Soldier. Good morning, El Grace. Good morning, Professor LCH. Okay, we're going to talk about that. All right. Good morning, Janice. Good morning, Joanne. Words Move. Good morning, RM. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Waffle Cat Studio. Good morning, Just Fatima. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tam and Trinette. Hi, everybody. Okay, so that's what we're talking about today. Katrina and I have known each other for, I think we decided it was over 20 years.
Yes.
Yeah, I think over 20 years. So we're going to, who knows what we're going to end up talking about. But that's what we're going to start off talking about. So, hey, Katrina, tell everybody a little bit about you.
So Katrina Skinner, and I think Stephanie's introduction is perfect because I am definitely at a crossroads. But before we get to the crossroads part, as she mentioned, we met back in, I want to say it was 2002 when I got stationed at Fort Hood. We were both in the military, both in the medical field, and we lived in the same barracks and we worked at the same hospital.
Uh-huh.
And I don't remember how we initially hooked up, Stephanie,
I do.
but we connect. Oh, we connected, and I guess you can say the rest is history.
Yes.
But I knew very quickly that Stephanie was my type of girl. She was very independent, very just into what she was into, unapologetic about who she is as a person, and that's what I admired most about her. Um, so I remember I got orders to leave Fort Hood, and I thought it was the end of the world. Got stationed in Korea,
Mhm.
and I think this is when the story gets good. So several months after being in Korea, I got offered a trip to take to Jamaica. And so I called Stephanie and was like, look, you want to go on this trip to Jamaica? I don't know any of the people, but let's go, girl. So we paid our deposits, paid on our trip, and I guess we ended up going in like June or July of that
I think it was
that
July.
next year, I
Uh,
guess. That was in 2004, and it was our first trip to Jamaica. We had an awesome time,
yeah.
and it was just the beginning of, like she said, a 20 plus year friendship.
Yeah.
So we can fast forward to the both of us getting out of the military, becoming civilians. I immediately started working for the federal government. I still work for the federal government. I would rather not say who I work for, but as Stephanie said, I'm located here in Washington D.C. I own a condo, and I say that because the condo is a part of my exit strategy, and just a part of the entire process of how I'm going to go about, doing what I want to do.
Yes.
Um, the thing that kind of sped up the need for a YouTube channel and just the generating the additional income was the fact that my father passed away in July. And it just kind of like opened up my eyes to say, look, life is short. We don't know how long we're going to be here. And we just have to go for what we know. And I'm just more motivated than ever to just put something in place, the skills that I already have, and translate them into a YouTube channel that people would enjoy watching
Yes.
and that I can monetize.
And monetize. That's right. Yes. Yeah. So
Yes,
you're at a place where a lot of you guys are also there, right? A lot of you are seeing like, now I'm ready to do something now. I don't want to keep waiting and putting it off, for whatever reason. It it may be a death of someone close to you that gives you like that starts your clock, that tells you now I need to do it now. It may be something like just,
right.
the forces are aligned. My lease is up, or my, my contract is ending at
Hmm.
my job. There may be something that makes things starts the clock running. But a lot of us are there. I do remember
Right.
how we got hooked up, how we became friends. One day I was leaving. We lived in the same barracks. I was leaving the barracks, going to church, and Katrina said, "I need to go with you. Next time, tell me." Right. So the next Sunday, Katrina, about to get ready to go to church. You want to go to church? Girl, no. Whatever. I'm tired, girl. No, I got to work today, girl. No, whatever. For about, I'm gonna go with a full month every Sunday. Katrina, you want to go to church? Girl. Mm-mm. Then I was like, one Saturday, Katrina, I'm about to go to the club. You want to go? I'll be ready in 20 minutes. That's how we became friends. That's how we became friends. We started just partying. We started just hanging out, just partying together. Being a single woman
Yes.
in Fort Hood was like dating Nirvana, right? It was really easy. And that's how we became, that's how it all started.
Yes. It was so awesome back then, right? Oh my gosh, we had so much fun.
The good old days. The
Yes.
good old, yes. All right.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So if you're in the YouTube challenge, friends, if you're already in the YouTube 5 day challenge and you're thinking, because I've sent some welcome emails and stuff telling you to go into the challenge. I'm sorry, I can't stop sweating. I'm 47. It just happens. But I told you in the challenge to go in, say your, welcome, post your welcome greeting and tell us what your channel is going to be about. And quite a few of you were like, but I don't know. Okay, so get out your notebook. We're going to walk through it together today. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I host a YouTube 5 day challenge, which you can sign up for at vicarious.com/challenge. And we start on Monday, October 18th. So it's time. If you're thinking about doing it, it's time to get in there. We have 185 women signed up so far. Okay. And quite a few of you were like, I definitely do, but I don't know what I want to talk about. I don't know what my channel is going to be about. So we're going to get started with that right now. I see, yeah, okay. So I see some comments. Okay. All right, so Katrina, you talked about your condo being a part of what your exit strategy was. I remember talking to you a while ago about you leaving, because Katrina she still loves Jamaica, right? Still loves Jamaica. I remember talking to you about leaving, and you were saying that you felt like your house being a homeowner was kind of a drag, was kind of like a problem instead of a solution to a problem, right? So now it seems like you've flipped that and you now see that owning the condo is beneficial to you in wanting to either move abroad or just like bop around for a little bit.
Right. That has definitely changed. I have since I haven't signed a contract real estate agent with a real estate agent, but I've been working with a young lady who is educating me about the market here. And I'm trying to make a very strategic move. I have since done renovations inside, so it's ready to sell or rent whenever I do make a move. I've had somebody approach me to rent it
Oh,
for a year. So, ideally, I think selling it and using the lump sum of money as I call it my startup, is ideal. Because if I rent it, then I'm going to have to worry about maintenance still. Are the renters, paying on time? And I'm not sure that that's something that I want to deal with while I'm, adventuring out of the country.
right. That's right. So, do you have are you planning right now to take some time to not work and live off of the proceeds from a sale of your real estate, or are you considering not doing that? Is this a plan for you to jump right from work to the next thing, or do you think you'll be able to take some time and not work?
So I guess probably one of the things I didn't mention, I work for the federal government and I've been working remote since March
Mhm.
of last year. And that is a posture or a position that we're going to be in for the unforeseeable future. So I have done some research on the federal government's personnel management website,
Okay.
because I hear you all talk about a lot about going to your employer and asking for, a leave of absence, for you to do your sabbatical. The federal government is just a little bit different.
Mm-mm.
I have friends who have been directors in
Yeah.
human resources. My sister currently does labor relations for Department of Defense. So I go to them with my questions all the time.
Uh-huh.
And so I know that that is probably not a feasible option being in the government.
Mm-mm.
The best case scenario is me. I want to keep my good income that you talked about.
Yeah.
One of the best possible scenario right now is for me to ask to be a virtual worker,
Okay.
which is different than teleworking. So teleworking, they can legally require you to come in like 1 day a week per
Okay.
pay period. So that's 2 days every 2 weeks. If
Yeah.
I'm in a virtual position, then there's no requirement for me to ever come in.
Okay.
So with the virtual position, that will give me more leeway to be really anywhere I wanted to be within the United States.
Uh-huh.
But it would be a little iffy for me to be out of the country, and that is in the situation of me keeping my job.
Okay.
Now, I would be okay with right now hopping around the country because there are a lot of places in the
Yeah.
United States that I would love to see.
Uh-huh.
A lot of things that I would like to do. So I think as a baby step, I could be happy with that. Um,
Okay.
so yeah,
So this hopping around has kind of led you into the thought has kind of led you towards a new idea for what you could do for money. And that Katrina's been staying at some
right,
beautiful Airbnbs and sharing her beautiful Airbnbs on social media, and people started asking you to help them find a place to stay.
right. So I love Airbnbs. They're my favorite way to stay if you're traveling
Mhm.
for numerous reasons. And this past summer, I did a road trip almost across the country, made it all the way to New Mexico. But along the way, I stayed in all Airbnbs. And, the great thing is that they're all so unique. And I started posting my videos, and now people refer to me as the girl who knows, all about Airbnbs and finding the best Airbnb. So that's definitely something that I'm into.
All right, so step number one on deciding what your YouTube channel and maybe your business is going to be about, what do you like? Like, seriously, what do you like? What do you like? If you're going to
Hmm.
make a YouTube channel about something, you're probably going to need to make 100 videos about that thing before you're going
Right.
to see a real return. So what can you talk 100 videos about? And you don't have to, and I don't mean what do you have 100 video ideas about today? Because you don't need 100 ideas today. I
Hmm.
don't have 100 ideas. I make a video, and then people in the comments give me ideas for the next video, right? So you don't have to
Right.
know. I don't mean what, let's write down the things that you can make 100 videos about. I just mean, what can you sit and talk about? What is the thing that when people have a problem, you're like, you know what you need? So I would
Mm-hmm.
guess with Katrina, when she went back from this road trip, I would guess that you went back home and you were telling people about your wonderful trip. And then they were talking about how tired they were or how they needed to get out of DC or get out of Virginia. And you were like, you know what? I know some beautiful Airbnbs and you could do a road trip, right? This is something that has
Mm-hmm.
become your interest without like a major like revelation. This is not a thunderbolt that came down and was like, you are now the
Right.
Airbnb queen. It was just, I'm
Mm-hmm.
interested in this thing. I have conversations with people about this thing. I think I could have conversations on the internet about this thing. All right.
Right.
So,
Right.
friends, everybody who's
Yeah.
going
So
through that, what
Stephanie,
do you like? Yeah, start with what you like, what you're into talking about. I'm sorry, Katrina, go ahead.
no, I guess one of the things is I'm into, and I think we mentioned this when we saw each other in Asheville, that I feel like I'm into a lot of different things. Like
Yeah,
I like to do a lot of different things.
yeah,
And so I envision, just like on my Instagram page, it's just kind of like a hodgepodge of stuff that I like to do.
mhm,
I call it just a bunch of self-care stuff
yes,
because I'm just really into, doing things that satisfy me. Um, I guess one thing that I didn't mention is once I came out of the medical field in the military, I went into public relations.
uh-huh,
And so I'm into content creation. And so that's one reason why I shouldn't say so many videos, but I create videos because I love to create content.
hmm,
So, could the YouTube page be about the content that I'm creating and then perhaps how I created the content?
hmm.
Or is it, that I talk about the specific thing that I'm doing at the moment? I guess that's the thing I'm really kind of wrestling with
Okay,
when it comes
let's
to a page.
let's work through that. Do you mind? Okay, so I'm sorry to do this on the air, but no is a complete sentence. Okay,
Hmm.
can I share your Instagram handle?
Yeah. Sure, yes.
Okay. All right. So this is Katrina's Instagram. All right. And so you will see that she does like biking. Katrina makes videos of herself. Like I thought I was the tripod selfie queen. I thought I could do a tripod selfie. Katrina can do selfies of herself riding a bike. Like I don't know. Right. So you see what she's interested in. She's done a whole bunch of videos about the remodeling, or not remodeling your home, but like redecorating your home, or kind of you did some remodeling,
Hmm.
right? So she's done
Yeah,
videos,
some painting, yeah. Hmm.
yeah, documenting that, right? Documenting her road trip, documenting her yoga and bike riding and fitness pursuits or interests. Yeah. So let's talk about, if you have different interests, do you need to pick one from your channel? No, you need to pick one audience, but not one interest. So if
Okay.
you know that there are Black women in your there, if there's a group of Black women who would love to hear about uh, long like road trips and Airbnbs and stuff, and the other things that you're interested in, that's one YouTube channel. The fact that you're interested in these things means that there are other women who are interested in this combination of things. So yes, it's okay to have one channel where you talk about a combination of different interests, as long as you feel like there is some sort of overlap. So if
Okay.
you want to do a channel where you document road trips and you talk about, I like seriously, I told Katrina, I think your channel is a channel for women in their 40s in going through a transition. That might seem really broad, but there are my YouTube subscribers are you, right? Women in their 40s who are going through a
Hmm.
transition. You are in the process of starting perhaps a business. You are in the transition of starting a more remote life, a virtual life, working and living remotely and virtually. And I think that you are talking to one audience. So if you do a video that is about road trips, no problem. They're going to be in. If you do some videos that are about the transition to being a virtual employee with maybe not. I don't know how much you can share about that, but if you can share the transition to becoming a virtual employee with the government, your same audience is
Right.
into that. If you do some videos on Peloton, right, or whatever, your same audience is into that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so no, you don't have to pick one subject. You need to pick one audience. Technically, I talk about different things. I talk house sitting. I also talk making money on the internet. Two different
You
things,
do.
same audience.
Yeah.
So as long as you're clear on who you want to talk to, and I think Black women should not shy away from saying, my audience is Black women who. It's okay to do that. You don't have to, right? Nobody has to narrow their audience by demographic. Okay, but it's okay to do that. Sometimes I think we get afraid that we're making things too narrow, but you can't make it too narrow. There's no such thing as too niche. If you look at the other YouTubers that you probably love,
Mm-hmm.
they probably say that they do very specific things, right? Julesy, I follow Julesy. Julesy talks a very specific talk. She probably has 500,000 subscribers, right? So it's okay to say that you are for a very specific audience, but talk about different things on the channel. Most channels have pillars of
Gotcha.
content, 4 or 5 real pillars where you're like, I do a bunch of stuff, talk about this. I do a bunch of talk about this. Most channels have 3, 4, 5 of those. I would say mine are house sitting and sabbaticals, which are different, right? Can go together, but they don't have
Mm-hmm.
to. And making money on the internet and like just rejecting job culture. I think those are basically the pillars. I happen to know that there are Black women who are into all 4 of those things. So it's been really easy for me to say that these are my things that I talk about. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yes, so yes to having a channel that discusses different things, as long as you talk to the same audience. Now, if you decide that you want to get into homesteading, right? Where you started talking about virtual stuff and moving around and bopping around and road trips and Airbnbs and virtual work. And then you want to start talking about homesteading and raising chickens in your backyard. You may find that that's a different channel. That's a different
Okay.
audience, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you may, but as long as your audience has the same psychographic, as long as they have that same mindset, that's one YouTube channel and you can cover it all. My recommendation is that you cover them in blocks, though, in segments. Give people some time. Don't block. So if you have these 4 pillars, don't bop from one to the other,
Mm-hmm.
one video after the next. Settle into one for 2 months, 3 months, or maybe 4 or 5 videos. Settle into one for 4 or 5 videos and then say, and next I'm gonna talk about, and then move into that for 4 or 5 videos. And then next we're going to talk about, right? I tend to do house sitting videos in clusters, even still, even now, when I have so many house sitting videos, I tend to do them in clusters. Let's settle into house sitting. I've done some YouTube videos in clusters. Let's talk YouTube for a while. So I would say give your audience an idea to know what to expect, but focus on them, focus on what these people are going to be into, not so much the topic, the individual topic, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So do you have YouTubers who have uh do you have like an aspirational, I don't know a good way to say this. Do you have a channel where you're like, this is what this is what I'm going to do?
No, I don't, but I have seen examples of good YouTube channels.
Yes.
Like I guess I do.
Okay.
Like there's a couple that I follow who road trip across the country.
Okay.
I follow a guy who makes videos and then he makes videos about how he makes the video,
Ah,
if
good.
that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. And that one really interests me because it's about storytelling, right? And
Yeah.
I think sometimes if you can explain to people the process, how you came up with, what a video looks like, to some people that's interesting. So I don't know if that would be the most appropriate thing,
Yeah,
but
I'm writing it
it's
down.
definitely an angle.
I'm writing it down for you. Yes,
It's
ma'am.
definitely an angle. Right, right. And that
Yes.
could definitely be like a separate channel. I don't know if it would fall in these buckets, but I'm completely interested in the process behind it.
Yeah, I think so. So as long as you are clear to your audience, um, okay, so if you go deep into making videos about making videos, you'll know that some
Uh-huh.
of your people are interested and some are not. As long as they're clear that you're going to come back to
Mhm.
the thing that they like, then they'll be okay. They'll be okay with, look, I'm not watching these videos. I started this particular video with a disclaimer. A lot of you are not interested in YouTube. This is not, it's okay. It's okay.
Right.
We're going to talk about this today and for another couple videos, but don't worry. We still talk house sitting here. We
Mhm.
still talk other things here.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes. So I
Mhm.
think do it. One channel, when I said that's another channel, I didn't say that to tell you that to start two channels. Absolutely not. Absolutely. Don't start two YouTube channels. Never. Right? One channel, give it 2 or 3 years before you even consider something separate. Right? But
Okay.
so I didn't say it to say that's a separate YouTube channel, so start two channels. I just meant if it's something totally off topic, totally, that you nobody in your audience is going to be interested in, and you need to start with a whole different audience, then that's another channel. That's all I meant. So I think that you
Okay.
some of the
Okay.
women, I think some of the women who love your videos about X are going to love your videos about Y. If they love your road trip videos, they're going to love the making of a road trip video. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
what I
Mhm.
love that idea. So that's something I don't do, and I
Okay.
watch. I love watching those. I don't do that kind of thing because my making of
Mhm.
is really boring. It's just me talking, right? But like I told you with Katrina's Instagram, Katrina actually makes videos. Like she actually does things on video. So um,
Mhm.
I think that's a wonderful idea. So are you considering, so you've got the road trip channel that you love, and you've got the
Mhm.
making of
Mhm.
channel, like the channel who makes videos about making videos that you love. Okay. So what you do, and then you're
Mhm.
going to
Mhm.
flesh out more ideas for your channel, right? We're not sticking to only these two. Like I said, that you're going to have at least 3 to 5
Mhm.
pillars. But what you're going to do next is just look at their channels and see what's doing well. It's really easy. If I had better speed on my laptop or whatever, I would do it here with you. We're going to do this during the challenge, but I can't do it while we're live here because it'll just be a blurry mess. My
Right.
computer is
Okay.
not the fastest. But you seriously, we're just going to
Okay.
look at their channels and see what's doing well.
So I have already started to do the research on the tours of the Airbnbs.
Uh-huh.
And there are not a lot of people out there. There's like two guys who have a consistent amount of videos where they tour Airbnbs. And I get the feeling that the one guy, and I'll try to pull his name up. I get the feeling that he has made arrangements with, because he has such a
Mhm.
large audience, he's made arrangements with the owners of these Airbnbs to
Mhm.
come in, do the video, probably gets a free stay. I don't know. That's what I envision he's
Yeah.
doing. But he does a very thorough tour of the Airbnbs. And there's just not a lot of it out there.
Mm-mm.
And there are a lot of nice Airbnbs that I'm sure the owners of them would love to, have some exposure.
Yes. Absolutely, you're right that he probably does get a free stay, but I would say it's not. It wouldn't take a channel too many subscribers before you're on that level, right? Before you're the influencer level. I don't know. I don't have a good figure. I don't have a good number, and it's going to vary Airbnb host by Airbnb host. But that is a real thing. That yes, they probably are comping him to come in, and maybe and it depends on how many subscribers he has, they may actually pay him. These may be more like sponsored videos. um
Right. And
but
I will tell you, all of the Airbnbs that he videos, if you go to Airbnb's website, those Airbnbs are booked until sometime in 2022.
that's right, that's right. Yes, so that's why I mean, so they may be sponsored. Like he may not only be getting a free stay, they may actually pay him thousands of dollars to make those videos. But that requires an
Hmm.
audience. That is something that's a legitimate way to monetize these videos while you're waiting for your channel to be monetized. Airbnb
Hmm.
is a special case in that up until this summer, You could be an Airbnb affiliate or an associate. They called it associate. Like I'm a Trusted House Sitters affiliate. So when I talk about Trusted House Sitters and I give you my link to join Trusted House Sitters gives me a cut of your membership fee. Airbnb used to
Mm.
do that until very recently. So Airbnb no longer gives an affiliate commission, but VRBO does, Booking.com does, most of the other, like Hotels.com, most of them do. So if you wanted to venture out of Airbnb world and into other stays or do some Airbnb versus VRBO videos or something, you could easily monetize them by getting that affiliate link from those programs. Pretty much like everyone pretty much has an affiliate program except Airbnb, right? I don't know. And I don't know if it's going to come back. They seem they seemed pretty confident that it was not going to come back. So while you're in your first video could be a video that someone will click on and you will make money from. When you have a channel that covers a product, it's really easy to monetize, right? Like I said, a Trusted House Sitters, really easy to monetize. The amount can vary. So with Airbnb, I want to say it was something like 10% of the booking back in the day. Something like that. I don't know what VRBO's commission
Hmm.
is. I would guess it's
Okay.
a little bit less. Um,
Okay.
but
Okay.
when you come your channel, no matter what you cover on your channel, you should have some videos discussing products because that is how you get paid, compensated back for your time. Your videos, we should all be paid for the time and effort it takes to make a video, right? Even my talking to the camera videos, right? Especially your edited, set
Hmm.
up GoPro, editing software videos. We should be compensated for those videos from the jump. And that's one way that you compensate by becoming an affiliate for the product or service that you talk about, or plural products or services. I don't want to make it seem like you can only be an affiliate for
Just.
one. Be an affiliate for all of them. If you
Hmm.
book this one through
Hmm.
VRBO, if you book this one through Booking.com or Hotels.com or whatever, be an affiliate for them. Anytime anyone uses your link to make their transaction, you get a cut. So
Hmm.
that's why I got so excited when you first started talking about Airbnbs, and then I remembered that they'd cut that out. But VRBO still exists, and the other platforms do still exist.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I want to quickly tell you guys, we're going to talk about this all in the challenge, but quickly, because everybody's minds are starting to, I know how this works, right? Your minds are starting to race about the kinds of videos that you could make. There are like 5 different kinds of videos, right? Solo how to, which I do a lot of. I just did on Wednesday, solo how to, me telling you how to do something. Interview how to, which is today, right? Where I'm talking to Katrina, she's telling you how she's doing something. I do a lot of interview how to. This is how I would break down the channels that you need to have, the videos that you need to have on a YouTube channel. Okay. Number 3 is the product review or demo, right? So that's the Airbnb demo video or the GoPro, right? If you want to make videos about making videos, the GoPro demo, that's also easily monetizable, right? Easily monetizable. Anytime anyone ever asks about what products I use or for whatever, I drop my affiliate link to them. I'm just using a laptop and an iPhone 7 Plus, by the way. So, right? But if you're talking GoPro video, people are watching GoPro demo videos to decide if they should buy the GoPro and which one they should get and what does the GoPro footage look like compared to the regular iPhone footage or whatever. So
Hmm.
3, go heavy on product reviews and demos. Uh, what did I say? Solo how to, interview how to, products, reviews, and demos. Day in the life or backstage, back behind the scenes videos. I call them day in the life, but you're talking about the same thing you're talking about, behind the scenes footage. Go break
Hmm.
down that veil, especially if you want to create community with people. Break down the veil. Go do some behind the scenes. It can be bloopers, right? I would watch bloopers of somebody's yoga fails. I don't care. I will watch it. Yes, but do some behind the scenes stuff to break that down, and then the Q&A, live Q&A. I don't know that anyone would not benefit, any channel would not benefit from doing some live Q&As. So those are the videos that I think every channel, there may be more, but those are the videos that I have built a channel on, and I've
Hmm.
seen other channels build their channels on. Mix these things in, get your four pillars together, and go for it. It's important though, so Katrina was telling us that she had already looked at the other channels and what they were doing. That's super important. Don't skip it for different reasons, especially for the reason that you don't have to start from scratch. You don't have to know what people are into or what they're
Right.
interested in. You can see what they watch. If this road trip video, if they did some road trip videos on um, van life, and then they did some road trip videos on camping, and nobody watched the camping videos, then that gives you a clue. Hey, people, this particular audience, they're not into camping. So maybe I can move that down lower on my list of priorities. Or if they did road trip videos and they stopped and ate in certain restaurants, and those videos got a lot of views for some reason, maybe that tells you that people are looking for restaurants and stuff on the way to different places. Maybe that's an idea. Maybe nobody watched their restaurant
Hmm.
videos, and then you can be like, oh, nobody's interested in that thing. You don't have to start. You don't have to guess what people are into. We're going to use these other channels who already do something
Right.
to tell us what people are into. So that's important.
Right.
It's good that you took some time and looked at these other channels and have examples of people who are doing something that you like, even if it's not everything, at least something that you like.
Right.
Hmm.
Right. So, for example, last night I was looking at a YouTube video about a piece of equipment that I bought for my bike.
Okay.
And the first thing people are saying is, I made this video because there are no videos about this product.
Yep.
So that's always a good clue that you might hit on something with
That's
this.
right. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's where people go. YouTube is where people go to figure out how to do something or how to learn something or how to fix a problem. It's where people go. YouTube
Right.
is the authority. It gives, and being on a YouTube channel gives you authority. It makes you, it gives you that, some of us are waiting for somebody to give us permission. Being on YouTube is permission, right? That's the only permission that you need. But yeah, when you look for something, I talked about this every time I go to a house sit and they have a different kind of coffee maker. I have to get on YouTube and figure out how to use this coffee maker every time, right? That Chemex is so simple.
Yep.
It's just a
Yep.
base and a thing.
Yep.
But I had to watch a YouTube video to learn how to use that,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, I watched a video to learn how to use my coffee frother.
Yes.
And all you do is pour the milk in and push the button. But I looked it up on YouTube.
Yes. Corkscrews, same
So,
thing with people's different wine corkscrews. There are some that
hmm.
are just different. They were new to me the first time. Now I'm the corkscrew expert. I probably have used more different kinds of corkscrews than anybody in the world. But that's something that house sitting has done for me. It's taught me how to use different corkscrews, but I learned that on YouTube. Yes, so this is why. So I
Hmm.
guess that's the beginning, the preamble to this whole talk is why YouTube?
Hmm.
Because that's where everybody
Because,
is. It's where
yeah,
everybody goes to learn something. Yep, yep. All right, so let's talk a little bit. Let me see. Let's see. Do we have questions? Hi, World of Daisy Flowers. I remember when you first started your channel. Thanks. Hi. I started my channel with 30 videos in 30 days. I don't recommend it. It was hard. I actually didn't make it. I didn't even make it to 30 videos in 30 days. I don't recommend that. I
I
did an A
remember that.
to Z.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. I did A to Z. It was really 26, right? A to Z, and
Hmm.
it still took me like 6 weeks to get the A to Z series all the way done.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we have questions. Oh, so I do want to talk one more thing that I want to suggest to you that you didn't ask for. So this idea of Black women embracing luxury in their everyday lives is another thing that I think you may want to talk on. Katrina is a person who has no problem doing things for herself, right? So one time, right, she talked about her coffee frother, right? Katrina is team treat yourself. And this
I
is
am.
something else that I love to see on YouTube, and I would love to see more Black women doing on YouTube. So it's, I think, another like pillar of content. I think it's just called Black Girl Luxury. I don't know, but I love to see it on YouTube. I love to see, or so, you called it self care. but whatever you want to call it.
Yes. Just
Embracing,
yeah, I just doing anything that makes you feel good,
yes,
whatever that is. As
whatever
long
it
as it
is.
makes you feel good, do it. Yeah, do it.
Yeah. I think that this is something that you do very well, and I think that it's something that people love to see Black women do. Because we just don't see, we get we get a certain type of messaging, and it's not, treat yourself, do uh, what did Martise called it, a life of ease, right? And accept more ease
Hmm.
into your life. If you want to do
Yes.
things that are just for you, here's how you can do some things that are just for you. I think that that would be another pillar of content that you would enjoy making and people would enjoy watching. I think so. Okay, I'm supposed to be looking for questions. I'm sorry. If you have questions, ask questions, all right? But yeah, so I think so let's go back to the beginning. If you are stuck at, I don't know what to make a channel about, seriously, what are you into? If you don't know what you're into, make a channel exploring different things. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
KF, question. So we just casually mention a specific product and that will monetize your video? No, you need to find where that product is sold and become an affiliate partner with them. Okay. So Katrina's coffee frother, I would guess, is sold on Amazon.
I'm not sure. I don't think I got it from Amazon. I think I got it from like a department store. It's a Breville.
All right.
I think
So,
it came straight from a department store.
all right. So Katrina will go to that department store and see if they have an affiliate program. They might not, right? And then she could go to, uh, I know Adele's going to have it before I do, Rakuten. Then she could go, if the direct department store does not have it, right? Is there a coffee website that sells this item? Or because they are more likely to have an affiliate program than a department store, if that makes sense. A specialty
Mm.
store is more likely
Hmm.
to have an affiliate program than a department store. If neither one of them have an affiliate program, then you go to Rakuten. Seriously, Rakuten used to be called Ebates. You go to
Right.
Rakuten and you get yourself an Ebates link or Rakuten affiliate link, and you explain to people, if you want to buy this, use this link to buy this coffee frother. Okay, so there's some steps for any item that you want to discuss on your channel that you want people to buy and you want to get a commission. You're going to have to sign up for their particular affiliate program. Amazon is probably the biggest in the world. So if the product is on
Right.
Amazon, it's the easiest. I know we have feelings about Amazon, and I'm trying to figure out ways to monetize my own stuff and be less Amazon dependent. But they are a big affiliate program, and they give a reliable 4 to 8% commission. I had someone buy a turntable. I made a post about books. They read the post about books, they clicked to buy a book, and they ended up buying a $400, $399 turntable, and Amazon gave me 8%. Okay. So
Wow.
yes. So Amazon is probably the largest affiliate program out there, but if your product is not on Amazon, find out where it is and find out how you can get an affiliate commission for that product that way. That's how you monetize it.
Okay.
Okay. And then you have to make sure when you're
Okay.
talking about it, make sure you send people to that link, not just don't just tell them I got this from Nordstrom. Right. No, the link to make this purchase is here, and put the link on your
Right.
channel because they have to use your specific link for you to get that affiliate commission. Good
So
question.
let me, since you brought that up again, let me ask you this. Sometimes when I post, usually it's about yoga.
Mhm.
I'll get a DM or a message from somebody saying it's almost like they're asking me to wear their
Mhm.
clothing or somehow be an affiliate of theirs.
Yeah.
I usually don't click on those because I'm thinking it's like some bot or somebody trying to hack me or whatever. But what are your thoughts on those?
They could very well be legit. Uh, and so if it's something that you would buy anyway, and they're just okay, let's start from the beginning. It could be legit. Some of them are giving you the product for free and they want you to promote
Hmm.
it, but most of them want you to buy the product and promote the product.
Gotcha.
To me, that's not helpful, right? If you want to give it to me for free, fine. And then if you have 5,000 followers, then they shouldn't be giving it to you for free. They should actually give it to you for free and pay you to promote it. But
Right.
when you're getting started, yes, you can take a free product and promote it and get a commission. Lots of people make good money that way. So it could be legit. It could be legit. But nowadays they don't just give you the product for free. They want you to buy the product at a discount. Like, why? I wasn't even gonna buy this. This is not helpful to anyone. Yeah. So
Mhm.
if they want to give you a product for free to promote it, you can decide if you like the terms. Some people are really good at that. Some merchants are really good at finding small Instagrammers, like Instagrammers with a couple thousand subscribe followers and not like 10,000. Giving them a
Mhm.
discount for to promote their product and then giving them a commission. You can Google them and see how legit they are. And see if anyone, and
Okay.
then look on Instagram, see if anyone else is promoting them and have they promoted them more than once, right? If they promoted it one
Hmm.
time, they may not have had a good experience and that's why they're not promoting them again. But if you see if it's
Gotcha.
some yoga mat, like I have a travel yoga mat that folds flat, right?
Hmm.
If you want
Uh-huh.
this product, you may want to reach out before you even buy one. You may want to reach out to
Uh-huh.
the company and be like, hey, I talk of these things on my channel. Do you work with influencers? That's a real business model. I wouldn't be afraid of it. I would just remember that you're going to have to take the time to create this content. Is it content you were going to
Hmm.
create anyway? If it's not, then you should be compensated, and the what they're giving you may not be fair compensation.
Gotcha.
But they're legit. A lot of them are legit. It's just a matter of do you want to work with them um or not.
All righty.
Yeah. Okay. Synovi, SYN. Hello. Hello, I think you're new. Welcome. Good morning. How do you talk about a topic on your YouTube channel, but you're not actually doing the thing yet? My most viewed videos talk about moving abroad, but I haven't moved yet. You've answered the question. Still saving and planning. That's the answer. People want to
Hmm.
see your process and
Yep.
your progress, which is why I tell Katrina, like,
Yeah.
start. Yeah, I guess let's go. Let's get started. Yeah, people want to see your progress. Uh, Yes, that's the answer. Tell them what you're planning on doing and what you're doing right now. And here's what I'm working on. And do you want to work on this thing with me? Do you want to watch me do this thing? Yeah,
Hmm.
that's
And
it.
what's interesting to that question, what's interesting is that like I have all this content that I've created and never posted. So
Uh,
I feel like when I create the YouTube channel, I'm gonna have to go back and I can create videos from like the beginning of my process that I've never done anything with.
okay. Yeah, you can do that. You don't have to start there. It's okay to be nonlinear. So it's okay to start where you are today and then go back and say, let me show you
Go
this.
back.
Watch this from
Okay.
2020. Yeah, it's okay to do it that way.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's good. So it's good that you have that documented. I would never have thought to start, documenting that. It's good that you have it. Don't get overburdened by those. Going back to those videos can be, well, for someone who does not enjoy editing video, going back to those old videos might seem like, oh, but now I got to go through all of this footage but you like it.
Well, yeah, I do, but let me give you a little trick of the trade,
Okay.
because for so long you were the tripod queen, like what I used to say to you, right? So one thing that I learned as a photographer
Uh-huh.
is edit while you take the photo and or the video.
Okay.
So if you're constantly editing, you don't have to do that much on the back end. And what I mean by that
Mhm.
is, frame the photo like you want it framed so you don't have to crop it once you get it into your software, right?
Uh-huh.
Make the video 10 seconds instead of videoing 3 minutes
Mhm.
that you now have to go through 3 minutes of footage, right? So
Yes.
if you get exactly what you want, stop it. Get exactly what you want, stop it. Then
Okay.
it's easier on the back end. So just keep that in mind.
I'll keep that in mind. Uh,
It helps. It really does. It helps though.
What you're seeing right now, if you can see the comments, what you're seeing right now is the number of women who need help with editing and with this particular item. So this is something, make
Okay.
this is a video that you are going to make on your channel. Okay? No
Okay.
matter what else
Alrighty.
happens, this is a video that you are going to make on your channel because there are a lot of us in here right now with the same struggle. So we need this. We need a video on
Okay.
this or a series of videos on this. Yes.
Okay.
All right, Khaleesi, I see your comment that says, please answer my question, but I don't see the question. Let me type your name in. I don't see the question. I see you retype it, Khaleesi. I see you saying, can you please answer my question, but I don't see the question. All right. Yes, yes. Uh-huh. It's like cleaning as you cook, editing as
As
you
you
do.
cook, yes, exactly. Yeah, my dad used to say that all the time. Clean as you go. Yep.
Yeah, I don't do either one. Yes, and Kim, yeah, okay. So we're seeing already that this is a struggle that we have. Kim, Mama Lynn, yes,
Hmm.
this is a struggle that we're having. So this is something. Write this down. This is a series of videos that you are going to make. Help us, please.
Hmm.
Help us. Help us. All right, Khaleesi, I'm waiting for you to type your question again. Okay. I love editing if it's not too crazy. I don't enjoy it at all, which is why I go live. Hey. So I've seen some questions. This is another problem that a lot of people have. A lot of women start a YouTube channel and then just get stuck and bogged down with editing. Play to your strengths. Okay, Katrina likes that, so she makes videos that need to be edited. I don't like it. I don't make videos that need to be edited. I sit in front of the camera and I press record and I start talking, and then when I'm done, I stop recording. That's it, right? Play to your strengths. If editing is something that you want to learn it, right? Start easy and work your way up to learning it. But if you're a person who it just you don't like it, don't do that. You don't need to edit videos to be on YouTube. Hello, right here. We are talking right here. I made a video on Wednesday. I did edit that
Proof
video.
positive.
We're proof right here. That video that I
Hmm.
released on Wednesday, I did edit that video. I took out maybe 10 minutes of me talking, right? Just cropping out, and that's it. That's it. No, nothing special. But so there are different levels of editing. Don't start with doing the most. We don't do the most. We do as little as possible over here. Don't start with doing the most. Khaleesi. Okay, suggestions for an oversaturated market like mental health and wellness. I would guess that the market is not oversaturated for the individual people that you want to talk to. Okay, so if your niche, this is why we're getting as niche, as specific as possible in terms of our audience. So yes, there are lots of mental health and wellness videos and channels out there, but are there lots of mental health and wellness channels that talk to women in their 40s who are going through a life transition, or women who are, or whatever, are there, get niche specific? There's lots of you travel YouTube. There are lots of travel and house sitting YouTubers out there. Lots of house sitting YouTubers out there. You haven't seen them because they don't talk to Black women, Gen X and baby boomer Black women, right? So get specific. And again, that specificity doesn't have to be age or racial demographic or whatever. It can be just women, it can be psychographic. It can be a mindset thing that's happening with these people or a specific struggle, right? So maybe your health and wellness channel is for people who are struggling with a very specific thing, like family separation, or I don't know, something. It can be so niche is the answer. The answer to my child, my idea is oversaturated is to niche. Talk to someone in particular. Talk to a specific group of people. There are lots of editing video channels out there. How many of you have ever watched one? You haven't, because they're not talking to you.
Hmm.
They're not talking to Black women, right? They're not talking to Black women who are YouTubers who want to grow a channel, right? There are editors out there who are talking to movie and film, right? There are editors out there who are talking to professional photographers and wedding photographers, I would guess. But are there people explaining to rookies and to the, me, how to edit video. No, they're not. They're not. If they were talking to me, YouTube would have shown them to me, right? So the answer to that is to niche down your audience, either by demographic or psychographic or both. Yeah. Yeah, because Katrina told us that she watches editing videos, and she watches videos by a man who makes videos about making videos, but
Mm-hmm.
he's not talking to our specific group. When I was a kid, my parents were foster parents, and I have these foster sisters who are twins. And when they came to live with us, they were like 2 or 3, and they went to Sunday school. The Sunday school teacher was their friend. Their Sunday school teacher was Lois. She loved them, and they loved her. She loved them. She brought them birthday presents and took them out to eat. Right? She loved them. That was their Sunday school teacher. One day, the kids came home from Sunday school, and we said, "Hey, how was Sunday school today? What did you learn?" And one of the girls was like, "I don't know. She wasn't talking to me." And that was their friend, right? That is how important it is to tell people. If you are talking to somebody, you got to tell them, I'm talking to you. This is why I say my channel is for Black women. If you're talking to somebody, let them know. Let them know. I don't usually say Gen X and baby boomer Black women, but I think when you see me, it's pretty clear, right? But yes, if you're talking to an audience, tell them, I'm talking to you. That way there's no question. She said, I don't know, she wasn't talking. And that was her friend. So be clear. Be clear. All right. So Katrina, do you feel like you have a good handle on your like what kind of content you think you want to make? Nothing is set in stone. Everything is fluid and flexible.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think I have a good handle on things. I think again, it's always the initial
Yeah.
just just getting on YouTube. Just do it.
It's scary.
Just do it.
It's okay for it to be scary and still do it, right? The good news is when you don't have any subscribers yet, there's nobody who can see. Right? So you're in the best possible place. You're in the best possible place. You don't have YouTube subscribers yet, so you can put up a video and it's not going to reach 1 million people yet, right? So give yourself time. You're going to grow as your channel grows. Your skills and abilities will grow as your channel grows. So the best time to start is now, because if you wait until you already have more people, so let's say, so a certain person just shared your Instagram handle. And so let's say your Instagram channel starts growing and you have a big audience, and then you want to make YouTube videos, then you have to be like, oh, there people are going to see this. But the good news is,
Uh-huh.
if you make a video today, people aren't going to see it until you start sharing it, until you start promoting it out into the world. So the best
Right.
time to get started is small.
It's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that I hope that everyone here who is considering starting a YouTube channel, I hope you will join us in the challenge. So the challenge, the only requirement really for people who join the challenge is that you must be willing to put a video on YouTube public during those 5 days. That's the only requirement. That is a success. If you are not willing to hit publish on a video and make it public, then this challenge is not going to be a success for you. More good news, you're going to be in community with a whole bunch of women who are in the same boat, who feel that same way, who are just afraid. And you're going to see them one by one. You're going to see them say, I published my video, and it's going to help you. Katrina and I both went through basic training, and we both have done things that were really scary. But you do it. When you're in line, it's easier to just fall in line and do that thing than it would be to
Yeah.
start from scratch and do it all on your own. Okay, good
Yeah.
question. I see you. Jones Paper Emporium wants your IG handle again. Okay, so I'm going to drop Katrina's IG handle again. Yeah, so if your problem is that you're just afraid to get going, this is the best way to do it. Do it with us. Okay?
Do you limit the number of people in a challenge?
This time there's no limit. So I've already got 185 women signed up, or 185 people. I have two men. Don't be alarmed, y'all. There are two men there, but I have 185 people signed up. I'm not going to limit it because we're not, no, I'm not going to limit it because
Okay.
the way the challenge is set up, you're not getting individual coaching. You're getting group coaching. If there was some individual coaching, I would have a limit on it. Yeah, I group coaching is different, but this is a challenge where we're just here are your steps for the day. This is what you're going to do today, and then we're going to get on camera at 3 o'clock Eastern time. Did you do it? Yes, I did it. Okay,
Okay.
here's your assignment for tomorrow. So no, we don't
Okay.
have a limit. My goal was 100 women. So we blew that out of the water. This tells us that
Yes.
that we are out here, right? There is a gang of Black women who are ready to make their put share their voice. I don't know if that sounds too woo woo, but like there's a gang of us out here who are ready to talk our talk. So that's
Right.
what I know. That's what I've learned.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's no time like the present.
No time like the present. Yeah, it's the best time. Now is always the best time. Now is always the best time. Yeah, we
Yeah.
we for whatever reason there's like a lot of shifting happening with what our priorities are for many different, I don't mean whatever reason, but for many different reasons our priorities are shifting, and so do it now while there's the get in the water with us while we're out here doing this thing. Get in, come with us.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any tech savvy ladies that can help us with uploading errors? Nirel, yes. I haven't announced this yet, but I do. Yes. So there is a woman who is helping us in the challenge who is that I hired a client services representative, and that's what she's going to do. Yes. I can't introduce you to her because right now she's on a plane to Jamaica. So she's flying to Jamaica as we speak. But on
Oh
Monday,
wow.
throughout next week, she will be there to help you with these things. Clarice has taught this at the university level. She has taught like film and television and production and content creation at the university level, so she can help. This is not my specialty, right? The tech stuff is not my specialty. So I had to go, once y'all started signing up for the challenge, I was like, wait, I need help. I can't do this part. I can help you with the YouTube part. I can't help you with the editing or the uploading, right? So yes, we do have Clarice will be here helping you do these things. Yes. All right. Okay. So another question for you, Katrina. Do you
Yes, ma'am.
do you have a deadline? Are you in the challenge? Oh, so never mind. Do you have if you're not in the challenge, get in the challenge, please, ma'am. Do you have a deadline for
Right.
your first video, or does that seem like you're scared of that, not ready for that yet?
I, I feel like I already have my first video. I mean, because I've made so many of them.
Okay.
I just need to I need to create the channel. I have a YouTube channel, but it's not one that I think I would use for this purpose.
Yeah.
So I feel like I have my first video already,
Okay.
unless I do something formal to announce the channel, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think that's
Mm,
necessary. I'm not into those. I know what you mean. Yeah, I'm not.
right. Yeah.
If you do something formal, I would do it after you have 4 or 5 videos up.
Right.
Because
Right.
yeah, but
Right.
you don't need to do that at all. Yeah, I would say get your fine. So next up,
Okay.
get a deadline. No, well, let me reverse this. Next up, I would say come up with the first 4 or 5 videos, even if they're not done, right? Just know what your first 4 or 5 videos are. I'm a fan of
Okay.
releasing them in a spurt, right? Get those first videos out there so that when people find you, they can start binging your videos immediately. So even if you
Would you
don't,
do one a day, two a day?
I would say one a day for 4 days or 5 days if that's possible.
Oh yeah.
That's that's what I would recommend. If that's not possible, then just release one video and then do another one in a week or two. But if it's possible,
Okay.
I'm a fan of that. 4 or 5 videos back to back, as YouTube really values binging. YouTube values it when someone starts watching a video of yours and then watches the next and the next and the next. So the easier you make it for people to binge your content, the more YouTube will like you and will start suggesting you to other people. So yeah,
Okay.
I did that 26 in a month and a half. That was too much. I hated it. I hated it. But
Now, was your issue the editing part of it,
yeah,
or was it what was your challenge?
all of it. Editing it,
Okay.
recording it, and editing it, right? Because I had to write out
Okay.
the bullet points because each video it was a different topic. There was A, B, C, D, E, F,
Right.
So I had to write out the bullet
Right.
points for each video. I like to look up. I did what we're going to do in the challenge. I went and looked up other videos in that area and watched some of them for research purposes and to help YouTube
Right.
know what this video is about. That's part of telling YouTube what
Mhm.
the video is about. Having another video that you can um, uh, reference in your video. Referencing,
Right. Yeah.
referencing another video in your video is a
Mhm.
is a really helpful tool that teaches YouTube what your video is about and who they should suggest it to. So I had to research and
Right.
find other videos that were doing well on each individual topic. And then I had to sit down
Mhm.
and record them. And this was back when I used to edit out every and no, don't do that. Nobody should do that. No one should do that. We know you say and then you misspeak. Don't do that. But I used to over edit. And I didn't batch them ahead of time. So my first video, I shot it on June 2nd and I needed to have it up on YouTube on June 2nd. And then on June 3rd, I need to have my second video. And then June 4th. So I did everything
Mhm.
wrong. Yeah, I did everything that I would not advise anybody else to do. If it's possible, get a couple videos in your under your
And
belt
mhm.
before you start your channel. For the sake of this
Yeah.
challenge, you're not going to be able to do that. If you're in the challenge and you don't have videos already ready already, you're not going to be able to do that. But it's better to get one video out than none. So for this, for people
What
that
is the
don't,
ideal length of the video?
so this is something that is my anecdotally, my best performing video for the longest time was 9 minutes, and my second best performing time video was 90 minutes. Okay. I think that it's a myth that you need a certain length of video. I think what you need is a video that covers that topic and makes people want to watch your next video, but feels like you have covered this topic. So if it's a three
Right.
minute
Okay.
topic, that video should only be 3 minutes long. If you try to stretch out a 3 minute video for 90 for not for 10 or 20 minutes, you're going to lose people and they're not going to watch anything else you have to say. You've seen this. We've all seen people try to stretch out a video and you don't want to watch the next video. So I think it's more important that your video makes a promise and delivers on that promise in the appropriate amount of time than your video hits a certain time marker. Okay.
Gotcha.
If you have the next video that someone can binge after they watch this video, that matters much more than your video being 10 minutes long or 20 minutes long. Now, YouTube does reward you for getting people past a certain mark in the video. So in a 10-minute video, if you can get the majority of the people to watch more than half of your video, they think this is a success. This is a good video. If you have a 10-minute
Um,
video and most of your people are gone before 2 minutes, they're like, this video must not be very good. So that is more important. This is why I'm gonna teach you in the challenge not to do an intro. No intro in your video on your channel. No, like, this is me and this is my life and I do these things and here's my hair and this meet my dog. Mm-mm. Sit down, tell me what this video is about, and then deliver on that. That is my best recommendation. That
yeah.
is because,
Brevity.
yeah,
Brevity.
because getting people past the halfway point in a regular length, like a 10-minute video, is crucial. Now, I do lots of 2 hour videos, and there ain't no way the average person is going to watch 2 hours, believe it or not, even though you guys are still here and it's been an hour and change. The average on my 2 hour videos is more like 20 minutes. But YouTube still seems to think, okay, this must mean it's a good video, right? 2 hour
Mhm.
long video, but she's getting the average person past 20 minutes. Must be a pretty good video. I will share it and I will suggest it to other people and see if they also want to watch this 2 hour video. So I think, but the
Yeah.
content is much more important than the length.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Any questions, anybody
There was
else?
a question by KF
Okay.
that I saw. I think she asked you to repeat the five something.
Oh, the 5 types of videos. If you're in the challenge, you're going to get this
Mm-hmm.
information. Okay. I would say the 5 types of videos that everyone should make. Solo, especially people who want to drive some sort of business to like their coaching business or consulting or freelance business. Okay. Solo how to do a thing. I am solo on my video and I'm teaching you how to. Interview how to, which is how to, I go, there's 2 of us. And that other person, maybe it's something that I'm not good at and I bring another person on, right? We talked to Jewel Pearson about tiny house. I don't know anything about tiny houses. So that was an interview how to. Um, Product demo or review, some sort of product or demo review or comparison, or right. My products are kind of not products, but like trusted house sitters. Have lots of trusted house sitters videos. um, Equipment, right? It could be physical equipment, could be software, could be anything, product, y'all know, product review or demo. Day in the life or like behind the scenes stuff. Very important, especially if you want to like bond with people. People feel like they know you once they get to see behind the curtain, right? Behind the scenes. So if a lot of your videos are produced and like videos, like there's a lot of effort put behind this videos. Do some videos that are stripped down. Like this is just behind the scenes. Now you can see what a day in the life looks like for me. And then number 5, I like to say is, what is it? Oh, live Q&A. Live Q&A. That is the community builder. This is what we do here, right? I built an entire channel on live Q&As, an entire
Mm-hmm.
business on live Q&As. Yes, so I think that these are the important things that you need to have on your channel. You mix them up as you see fit. Some may make more sense to you than others. Some may be like you may be all in on the day in the life stuff, and then you don't want to do too many interview how to's, or so you're going to mix them up as you see fit. But I think I would I don't haven't seen anybody who I wouldn't say do them all, right? Just in a different proportion, different balance, but do them all. Yeah. 4 pillars. So the 4 pillars those are subjective. The 4 pillars are up to you and your audience. So you're going to pick your audience. Who do you want to talk to? And then you're going to find 4 pillars of content that you're going to build your channel around, right? So my channel is built on house sitting, sabbaticals, how to make money online, and what else do I talk about? Oh, YouTube, growing a YouTube channel, right? So your 4 pillars are going to be different. Katrina's 4 pillars, I think we've talked about her doing Airbnb tours, road trips, which is separate, but will include Airbnb stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then behind the scenes videos. How do I make these videos on
Mm-hmm.
these things?
Mm-hmm.
And then I added in for Katrina like Black Girl Luxury, how to treat yourself. I think this is the same audience. I think these videos speak to that same audience of women, um, in my opinion. And there are things, I think that these are videos that Katrina would like to make. I think
Yep,
that
they are.
everyone, and then she may add on she may add on some, she may take off some. Your channel is fluid and flexible, and it's going to change, it's going to grow, it's going to evolve. People are going to tell you what they want to hear and what they don't want to hear. I thought I was going to make a channel with a whole bunch of packing videos. Like seriously, I love watching packing videos. I do. And I thought that people were going to love watching packing videos. You know what no one has ever asked me for? A packing video. Right? So it's going to grow and change. I thought house sitting was one video. I thought house sitting, I'm going to make a house sitting video and then I'm going to move on. And y'all were like, back it up, house sitting. Let's talk more about this. Yeah, so you come up with your ideas. You look at other content creators, other YouTubers, and see what people like about their channel and what people don't like about their channel. And then you get started and you grow and change and evolve. Okay? So L, those the four pillars are all up to you and your audience. Start with your audience. Start with who you want to talk to and what you want to talk about, and then boop, 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 figure out four buckets or pillars that you want to talk about. All right. I'm looking for questions. Okay, Katrina, what are your questions?
Oh, challenge starts on Monday, right?
Challenge starts on Monday.
And we have the link to sign up for it because I definitely need to do that. Did
I
you
hope you
post
do.
that?
I hope you do. Yes. Okay, let me drop that link and then I'm going to get to your question, Luella. I hope you do. Yeah, so the only requirement is that you're willing to publish a video during those 5 days. Challenge starts Monday through Friday, October 18th through 22nd. You just need to be willing to publish a video during that time, even if you're afraid, even if you think it's too soon, right? It's okay. Even because I just told you do four videos back to back, right? You're not going to be able to do that during the challenge if you haven't already recorded your videos. So instead, you're going to release one video during the challenge and then you're going to do your four videos back to back at another time. It's okay. That's okay too. All right. So that's the link to join the challenge, vicarious.com/challenge. If you're watching this after October 18th, get on the wait list for the next challenge. Go to vicarious.com/challenge. And because I'm going to do it again based on the signups, based on the reception. I know that this is a thing that I'm going to keep doing. So we're going to do it again. So if you're not on this challenge, get on the next one or the one after that. Okay. And then Shepherd's Crook, how to sign up for individual coaching sessions. You can get an individual session with me at vicarious.com/call me. Vicarious.com/call me. All right. So that is if you want an individual session to talk about either your channel or you're growing your business, or I also have a separate link to do a house sitting or sabbatical call as well. Okay. All right, Toya, what are your thoughts on videos where the host presents a problem or challenge and asks viewers for suggestions on how to address it? Like a live stream? Host presents a problem and asks viewers for suggestions. I'm in on live streams, if that's what you mean. Like just live conversation. I'm in on it. What am I missing, Toya? Explain, you have to break it down for me because I think you're just talking about going live and talking about things. I'm in on it. If the host is not, so I think here's what I think you're talking about. If the host is not the expert on the thing, that's good. Those are good. You don't have to be the expert on the thing to have a YouTube video about a thing. I do like I just told you we talked tiny houses with Jewel. I don't know anything about tiny houses. I talked sustainable gardening with Mama Lynn. I don't know anything about sustainable gardening, right? So your guest and your audience are the people, or you can just position your channel as the place where we come to learn something. Here's where we're gonna come. We're gonna learn this thing. I'm gonna learn it along with you.
Mm-hmm.
I love those channels. I do that. A portion of
Mm-hmm.
my channel is that. Yes, I call that the interview how to. I can't help you with those things, but I know somebody who can. And so I bring them on. We did the where the rich men at. We did a fun video, Where the Rich Men At, where you guys walked me through how to figure out where I should go next to meet me a rich man. My idea was not a good idea. Right?
Right, and I remember the young lady who told you to look up the countries that have what
Visa,
was the name of the visa?
golden
The
visa.
golden visa.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I was like, that's smart.
That's smart. Yes. That is community. That's what happens when you get involved
Yep.
in community. Yes, somebody will know the answer
Yep.
that you don't know, or will know how to get you to the
Yep.
answer. Yes, I
Mhm.
was gonna go.
Mhm.
I can't even remember now what my idea was, and y'all were like, no, nobody thought it was a good idea. And then I can't remember who it was. You might be here today. It was like, no, here's what you do, Stephanie. There are
Uh-huh.
countries with a
Uh-huh.
golden visa where you have to buy your way into the to residency in that country. That means that he's got money. This is where you start. And they happen to be a lot of Caribbean countries, and a couple of the countries that I was interested in. Portugal and Turkey also have a golden visa. I was like, there you go. Yes, so I'm fine, Toya. You don't have to, nobody has to be the expert to have a YouTube channel, right? It can be a channel about we learn this stuff together. This is where we come to learn this thing together. I hope that was a good answer for you. Okay. Marcy, how about inspirational and affirmational channels? Okay, so I watch them. I like them. You can monetize them, right? So, okay, so yes to that. However, keep in mind that if your goal is to bring people to your product or service, if you're a business owner, then you're going to need more than those videos. You're going to need videos with you on video. I think I may be wrong, but when I hear people talking about having an affirmations channel, it says to me that they don't want to be on video. It's a way to make a video without being on camera. But if you sell a product or service, if you're a coach, you've got to be on camera, even if you're scared. Okay? You have to model it for your clients. If you want your
Yeah.
clients to be able to take action, even when they're afraid to take action, you have to take this action, even if you're afraid. So this is where I think this question is going. Yes to aspirate to inspirational and affirmation channels. I have a really nice affirmation video here on this channel that some women put together for me, or they gave me clips. But if the reason that you want to do that is that you don't want to be on camera and you are some sort of coach or offer some sort of service, rethink it. I think if you need people to buy into your coaching program or book your services, you have to be on camera. Okay, I think I answered two questions in one. I think I predicted what that was about. Lexi, do you advise posting a bad experience that happened to you for your first video and then using your channel to display how you grew from it? Yes, so I'm not opposed to discussing the bad. My best performing video ever, which is about to hit 1 million views, is Worst Countries for Black Travelers, okay? So I'm not opposed to it. A lot of you are here because YouTube recommended that video to you and then you found the good stuff. So I got no problem with that, Lexi. I love it. Okay, you don't
Yeah.
have to do that, but you can. I think that, yes. Do I advise it? Sure. Yes. Um, yes. Yes. So people want to see your growth. Um, yes. Yes to all of that. Hi, Aaron. So okay. So the reason that I let two men into the challenge is so that they can grow. Both of them one of them is wants to make a channel about YouTube, and the other one wants to make a channel about travel for Black men. And I specifically was like, please join this. They asked me, could they join? And I was like, yes, please, because we need your voices on the internet. We don't, men are coming to me. I'm like, I can't help you. So I do coach. So yes, but better voices are coming. I do have, I do have a couple of men who are making channels who are going to be able to speak better to men. I don't know that, I don't know if they're I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I don't want to address if they're gay men or not, but they are. I think they are. So I think they are. So better voices are coming, but yes. Okay. So yes, you can join the challenge. This challenge, even though it's going to be 99.9% Black women, you're welcome to join the challenge at vicarious.com/challenge. I have opened this challenge up specifically for those two men who hollered at me and were like, please. And I was like, yes, please come. So yes to that, and yes to one-on-one coaching. I definitely do individual coaching with anyone. I do individual coaching, even white men, believe it or not. Actually, I've coached white women. Have I coached? Actually, I don't know that a white man has ever paid me. Now that I think about it, once I send them the payment link, they don't want. So I'm getting off topic, but yes, Erin. Okay, either join the challenge or get individual coaching or both. But better, more voices are coming. I have a couple of men who I'm really excited for in the challenge because nobody is speaking to them on YouTube. I think that they're going to do very well. Okay. All right. What equipment? So Luella, I keep saying I'm gonna get to this, and I keep losing you. All right. So you need some way to record video, a laptop or a phone, or both. I use an iPhone 7 Plus. I've told you this is an iPhone 7 Plus. Katrina's using her iPhone, right? All you need is a way to record, which is either your phone or your laptop or your iPad. And then you need, okay, so if you have an iPhone, you already have iMovie, which is a basic, really basic editing software, which is what I use to clip off the very beginning where I'm like this in the camera, and the very end where I'm like, nailed it. I clip those things off. So if you don't have Apple, right, then there's a free editing software that I can't remember the name of right now, but that is in the challenge, right? I have a book, like a little, not a book for the challenge, but like a worksheet for the challenge. Um, to get started, that's it. Really, that's it. I also use a light. I can't show it to you because it's up here, but I use a light. Uh, I don't know, right? So I use a light. I have microphones. I keep buying microphones and not using them. I have one today. I just bought this new one. I have a lapel mic that I paid, I think, $66 for, but you don't need those things to get started. So going back, the answer is some way to record and a free editing software just to chop off the really unnecessary parts. That's all you need. Okay. And the willingness to publish a video by Thursday, actually, Thursday, October 21st. The willingness to press publish, whatever it looks like, however you sound. I don't care for the sound of my voice. I don't like it. I don't like it. I've made 140 YouTube videos. I'm not into it. But you have to, no matter how you look on the camera, how you sound on the camera, the willingness to press publish. Those are the three things that you need. And okay, four. Okay, so we're going to do this together. But you also need to be more clear, like we've walked through with Katrina today. You need to be more clear on who you're talking to. Who is your audience going to be? If you have no idea who your audience is, I hope that we have worked you through that today, right? You don't have to know specifically the pillars to get started. We're going to work on that. But you need to know, who do you want to talk to? Some of you will know the opposite. Some of you will know who you want to talk about, what you want to talk about, and not yet who you want to talk to. You need one of those. If you have no interests, you're not going to enjoy making YouTube videos, right? Pick an interest of yours and start there. Pick something that you're interested in talking about and start with
So
that.
is who you talk, I'm sorry,
No, go ahead.
is who you talk to always like who you are? Like, you know, not necessarily, I guess.
No,
No.
it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be.
Mhm.
If you see it, you might see a need out there that you want to, like, so I was a foster sister. I might want to talk to kids in the foster care world, right? Kids who are aging out of foster care. I might want to make a channel for kids who are aging out of foster care. I've never been a foster kid. That's not me,
Mhm.
right? But it's something that I think I could address, right?
Mhm.
So it could
Okay.
be just something that you're interested in. Some people who you want to reach on the internet. A lot of times it does happen to be you. Most people, I think, make videos for people where they are today or where they were just a couple years ago, which is why I make so many sabbatical videos and house sitting videos, right? Those are for like Stephanie 2015, basically 2014. But no, it doesn't have to be that. Just somebody who you want to reach. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's look. Okay, so you
And
guys,
so does YouTube allow you to,
go ahead. We just have a delay.
I was going to say, does YouTube allow you to um, put in the comment section those words that are going to um, interest or bring interest to that page? Like, how do they ensure that you're drawing the audience that you want?
You have 5 places on YouTube to give them that data. Right?
Okay.
YouTube is just the algorithm is just a bunch of data, right? They take a bunch of data from you and they decide who, then decide what this video is and who it's for. So you have 5 places on YouTube to put that data. And we talk about this in the challenge. We'll work through this in the challenge. So don't get overwhelmed. Okay, everybody here, don't get overwhelmed. But there are 5 places where you're going to give YouTube that data: in the title, in the tags, in the description of the video. You're going to actually say that information, right? This video is for so and so, and it's about so and it's related to this other video about such and such made by so and so, right? That's only 4. It must be 4. 5 places.
What about links? You spoke about links before.
Yes. So when you find these other videos, remember in the day, response videos used to be a thing on YouTube. Somebody could
Mm-hmm.
make a video and then you could make a response video, and then everybody who saw that
Mm-hmm.
first video, YouTube would suggest the response video down in the sidebar.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
basically, it still exists. They just don't call it a response video. So when you look at these road trippers, right, and you look at a video of theirs, a new video that's doing really well, and you're like, wow, I want to make a similar video, my own take on this similar video. It's basically a response video 2021 or 2022. You're going to link to their video. You're going to say the name of their video. You're going to link to their video in your description. You're going to put the name of that video in the tags and the channel name in the tags. You are telling YouTube in those 4 places that your video is related to that video, and people who liked their video will like your video. It's basically a response video. They just don't call it that anymore. That's how I've built things, right? Gloria Atanmo, the blog abroad, she had a video called 5 African American friendly countries, right? So I made a video called Countries Where Black Travelers Feel Welcome. And I specifically told YouTube, this video is related to Gloria's video. Her video was doing amazingly well. And then YouTube said, oh, they are related. You've hit the four places, right? This video is related to Gloria's video. Let me recommend it. And then it was up to my thumbnail and my title and my content to make people say, oh, yeah, yeah, I watch it. Oh, yeah, yeah, it's good. I'll give them a like. I'll share it, right? But the first key, the first signal that tells YouTube what your video is about is by hitting those 4 places: the title, the tags, the description, and what you're actually saying. YouTube is listening to your words. YouTube is listening. They're transcribing your video to know what it's about. So that's why you can make a video called, I could make a video called for world's fastest car. No, I don't know. Maybe that wouldn't work. But like, I don't know. It's how they know that the video is related to the title. If the title and the video aren't related, YouTube, they know. They know.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So you teach YouTube. We're going to walk through this in the challenge. You teach YouTube what your video is about and who it's for. By teaching them what it's about, they can figure out who would like it,
Who is?
right?
Mm-hmm.
Who likes these
Yeah.
kinds of videos? Okay. So you've given me
Mm-hmm.
this data about your video. So who likes those? What other channels do they watch? And I'm going to recommend these videos after they watch some of these other channels. YouTube is very smart. It's the best. That's why I recommend YouTube. Like, I know there are people who want to start a podcast or want to start a blog, but YouTube is the only one that's going to go out and actively find you people. YouTube is the only place that's going to actively go out and find viewers or listeners or readers. You can publish a blog. Your blog is not going to go out and find readers for you. You have a podcast, your podcast platform is most likely. Spotify does do a decent job of recommending new things, But if you're listening to podcasts on Apple Podcasts, they're not recommending good stuff. They don't know. They haven't figured out
Right.
how to recommend.
Right.
YouTube is the best at this. Oh, this is what you're
Yeah.
about. Oh, this is who likes you. Oh, have you met Katrina? Right? Have
Hmm.
you met Kim? Have you met Marcy? Yeah, YouTube is the best at that today. Um,
Okay.
that's why start on YouTube. If you have a podcast, you should still have a YouTube channel. YouTube will find you new podcast listeners. If you have a blog and you really love your blog and you're a good writer and you want to keep blogging and get on YouTube. It's the only place that's going to bring people to you. You don't have to go out and find every single viewer. I don't know, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't go find you. I told YouTube to find you, and YouTube found you. That's what they do. There's no other platform out there today who does that. All right. Okay, so we're at 90 minutes. I told Katrina, oh, we're over 90 minutes. I told Katrina 90 minutes. Yes, Happy Girl Alaska. Yes, if you do something, YouTube, if you sell a product or service, or if you have a business, YouTube, you should be on YouTube. YouTube will help you find the right customers, the right clients, the right readers, the right viewers. Yes, I think so. I think you should be on YouTube. Okay. Yes. I don't think they hunt them down, Missy. But they recommend. They just recommend. And then it's up to them if they click or not. But YouTube is wonderful at recommending.
Stephanie, do you find followers from LinkedIn? I mean, it's a professional website, maybe Black women who are on there but really want to leave their jobs.
I think LinkedIn is a wonderful platform. LinkedIn is one of the last networks. Excuse me. So Instagram, you and I follow each other on Instagram. If I like your Instagram picture, none of my followers know. They know nobody else sees it. You know what I mean? It's not truly a
Hmm.
network,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
But on LinkedIn, if you post on LinkedIn and I comment on your post, all of my LinkedIn networks, they don't call them
Contacts. Hmm.
contacts. Thank you. All of my contacts who were on LinkedIn at that time will see it in their timeline. LinkedIn is one of the last networks, LinkedIn and Twitter. I'm a fan of LinkedIn because of what I talk about in particular. People are a little hush hush with
Hmm.
me on LinkedIn because I tell my posts are basically quit your job. Here's why you should quit your
Hmm.
job today.
Hmm.
So I don't get a lot of direct engagement on LinkedIn, but I do get people coming from LinkedIn over to my YouTube channel. I'm
Hmm.
a fan of LinkedIn. I think it's underutilized. It is one of the last networks where you don't have to be following somebody to see their stuff, and
Right.
so I'm a fan of it. But because of what I talk about, I don't get a whole lot of engagement on my posts, but people do come over to YouTube from it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think all of us, I don't, they're even, so like people think LinkedIn is a resume site. It's not a resume site. It's not that anymore.
Right.
And two, people think
Nope.
that LinkedIn, it should only be very specific business related posts. LinkedIn has loosened up some. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, so my stuff plays well on LinkedIn.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
I would think so. I would
Are
think
you,
so.
are you active on LinkedIn?
I am not active. I'm on there, but I'm not active.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that link. Oh, shoot. Okay, thanks for that, Monica. I see super chats. I haven't even been acknowledging the super chats. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I've been in my bag. I'm sorry. Thank you. I hope you guys are still here. Thank you for the super chats. AF Diaspora, thank you for that. Step one, know your audience. Yes, this thing is covering up, taking notes. Okay, good. I hope you're still here. Thank you for the super chat. We'll give the super chats to Katrina for letting us dissect her ideas in real time. So thank you for that. Kathy, thank you for this
Oh,
super.
that's so nice. Thank you.
Yes. Kathy says, talk about what you like. Yes, talk about you. Listen,
Yep.
if you're going to grow a YouTube channel into a business, you're going to make hundreds of YouTube videos. I'm 140 videos in on my channel. Okay. So you might as well make a
Yeah.
channel about stuff that you like. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
if you don't like it, you're not going to
Yeah.
follow up with it. Oh, Khaleesi, I'm sorry. Okay. So okay, here it is.
Right.
What if your market is saturated? So I think I've answered that. If anybody who wasn't here, If you feel like your market is saturated, it's not. Also, just niche down. Talk to a specific people, group of people in that area, right? So there's a difference between editing for wedding photographers and editing for professional filmmakers
Mhm.
and editing for Instagrammers and editing for new
Mhm.
YouTubers, right? And editing for advanced YouTubers. These are different groups of people. Talk to a group of people. There's no such thing as oversaturated. Um, how many, like back in the day, can't tell you how many different hair YouTubers I subscribed to. Before, when I first went natural, I can't tell you.
Mhm.
I can't tell, like some of
Mhm.
these women are making the same stuff. Some of them had the same hair type. Some of them had the same styles. And yes, I watched every video. Every video. YouTube is a place where
Mhm.
there's no
Yep.
zero sum game. Rashida and I talk about the same
Mhm.
stuff. And a lot of you watch my videos and Rashida's videos. There's no zero sum game on YouTube. So don't worry. But be very specific about who you talk to. That'll solve that problem. Monica, thank you for this super chat. Thank you. Because I'm on Ecamm Live, it just gives me a description of what's happening. The lemon blowing a party horn. Thanks for that. I hope you're still here.
Mhm.
Annabella, thanks for that super chat. Beautiful. I want to talk about relationships. Share the good and bad and ugly with some humor. There's space for that. There's room for that. There are not a lot of black and brown women doing
Mhm.
relationship talk or black and brown people doing relationship talk on YouTube.
I think that is an awesome one. I have thought about that, being in a 5-year relationship, up and downs,
Mhm.
and just being open and honest, about the things that we go through. I think that is a good one. I just haven't yet. I haven't done any videos where that is concerned, but I would totally watch somebody else's video, about that,
Yeah.
as long as it was open and honest, right, and not just for right.
Not just like
But I
the,
think
oh,
that's a good one.
look how great.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Right.
right.
And specifically, I would love to talk about like the things, the baggage that people bring to relationships
Mm.
and how that manifests in a relationship. I think that's a good one, Annabella K.
I'm writing it down for you too, Katrina.
Yeah, I think that's a great one.
Yes. I also want to stress that just because we're talking about pillars of content doesn't mean that these are the only videos you make. Make whatever videos you want,
Hmm.
okay? It is important for people to know what you talk about. So you do need buckets, right? You do need pillars. You do need to be very specific about some things. But also, just make a video, right? If you feel like making a video about this particular thing, just make the video. It's your channel.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. All right, thanks for that. Okay, I see the super chats pouring in. I'm sorry, guys. I hope the first group. I hope y'all were still here. Knitting Babe, thanks for that super chat. So I asked you before, but I don't remember if you answered. Do you have a knitting channel? Because I just got myself some crochet needles, not crochet needles, crochet needles and yarn, and I've practiced a couple of different types of. I guess they're called stitches. That's how new I am. So if you have a YouTube channel, tell us, please. Some of us are into that. Veronica Madison, thanks for that super chat. Thanks, Veronica. Brown and Beachy, thanks for the super chat. Okay, thanks, friends. So we'll give super chat to Katrina so she can continue to treat herself and do some luxury black girl things. Yeah, I think I love to see that on YouTube, right? And we just don't get to see a whole lot of it. Do you remember the lady who um, I guess they call it cottagecore, the black woman, and the picture of her was her in front of her home, and it was like a cottage, and she was on a picnic blanket with like her little charcuterie board, and yeah, it took the internet by storm. It took Twitter by storm,
Oh
anyway.
wow.
Yeah, we love to
How
see.
long ago was that?
It was probably at least a year ago. Somebody will know who I'm
Oh, I
talking
don't remember that one.
because it she took over.
Uh-huh.
She took over for a little while. Yeah, we love to see black women enjoying their lives and living their lives. Like charcuterie in itself, the whole idea of the charcuterie board, that's very black girl. Yeah, that is very black girl luxury, I think. The idea of,
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
here's how I enjoy my life and here's how I enjoy my day and here's how you can too. I think that that's important and I love to see it on YouTube. All right, we're going to shut things down now, friends. Last call. Lovely Jewel, what are your thoughts on discussing experiences working in toxic environments? Again, a conversation that's needed. Do it. You protect yourself. If you have a job, you have to be prepared that they're going to see it. You know what I mean? I don't think there's no
Hmm.
anonymity. Once you're on YouTube, I don't think there's any anonymity. But if you're fine with that, this is a conversation that needs to be had. Anne Marie, we just talked to Anne Marie about that during the summit about getting Black women, I call it reparations, getting Black women severance from toxic work environments or just work environments that are breaking the law. Don't have a channel yet, thinking about starting a commentary about national parks. Okay. So Katrina and I have a very good friend who works for the national, or no, retired from the National Parks Department. We are all in on the national parks. Do it.
All in, all in. Do it, do it, do it. Yes, yes, yes. And every time I go to a national park, I've been traveling around with my bike lately. I take a video of the national park sign and I send it to her. And she's always like, "Yay!"
Yes, do it. All right. So this
Yep.
is a good way to um, test out your ideas. The level of excitement that you just received is telling you that this is a go. This is a go for you.
Yes,
I hope you do it.
yes,
Join us in the challenge, vicarious.com/challenge. Join us in the challenge. Do it. I
yes,
hope you just saw that we're interested in this. We want to see this.
yes.
Cottage core. Yeah, so she's a lady who I'm scrolling down because I think somebody's gonna know her name. But she cottage core, yeah, that's what they call it.
Cottage core.
But that's not her YouTube. That's not her name. That's just the niche. The niche is cottage core.
Oh,
But it's a thing. It's a thing. And I'm telling you, you're talking about Hill House. That's her. She just won an award and opened a store. Talking about making a brand, right? She just exploded on the scene. I don't know how long she had been making content, but Hill House. Black woman. I don't even know if she's American or British. Like, I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. I assumed that she was British just by the flowers in her yard. They do a different type of gardening. There's a more free form. Uh, but I couldn't tell you if she was American, British, something else. But she took the world by storm. And now she's a brand, an entire like lifestyle brand with a store. Yeah. There's no ceiling. One more time, I'm going to tell you there is no ceiling on what could happen for you. My business is doing really well, and my business is house sitting and helping people become a house sitter. It's doing really well. I've made probably 3 times this year, I've made already 3 times my normal pharmacy tech salary. Okay. So there's no ceiling on what could, and there's no special, I don't have any special innate YouTube skill. Y'all know that. I'm laughing because y'all know that. You know I don't know what I'm doing, right? I don't have any special YouTube like predisposition, right? There was nothing in me that was like, oh, she's predisposed to be wonderful on YouTube. No, I just am a person who was afraid to try it, but still did it. There's no ceiling on what could happen for you. I'm into that. That's going to be my 2022. We're tearing the roof off. There's no ceiling. 2021.
Or like you said in a 2 weeks ago, put fear in the front seat and buckle it up and take it along for the ride.
Take it with you. Yes. We're
Yeah,
not waiting
yeah,
until we're no longer afraid because that day is never going to come. Just take it with
right.
you. Take it with
Yeah.
you. Drive it with you. You drive
Mm,
the car. You drive the boat. I'm driving the boat. Okay. Yes, there's fear
hmm.
right here, but I'm driving the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. That was like my biggest takeaway of that 2 hour session you had. I
Good.
loved it.
I learned that. Good. I learned that from Kenya Ramsey.
Yeah.
I learned it from Kenya Ramsey. She said those words. Like, those are not my words. She said those
Yep.
words. She said, I buckled it into she was driving. Anyway, she was driving and she was just really afraid to take action on a thing. And she said she literally reached over and buckled it into the seatbelt. She said, here, put you in a seat, buckle you in a seatbelt. We going.
Yep.
I'm driving this.
Yep.
I drive. Fear doesn't get to drive.
Absolutely.
But fear is real.
Absolutely.
We don't pretend over here that there's no such thing as fear. There's fear. We're afraid to do things. We still do them. We still do them. Thanks for that, Savvy Soldier. I love black on black love. Thank you. This has been so helpful. Good. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're here. All right. Yes, Janelle Elliott, right? She had astronomical growth. I don't know if anyone has ever grown on YouTube the way she did. The girl with the snake in the van. Y'all have seen the video, you know. She grew astronomically.
No, I have not.
No, Katrina. Yes, this is in your wheelhouse.
What's her
She
name?
Janelle Elia, I want to say Elia. Yeah, she lives in a van with a snake, and recently she's been upgraded to a better van. I'm pretty sure she still lives in her van, and she just documented her life. She's a youngster. I want to say she's probably like 22 or something, or was. Anyway, she started a couple of years ago, but she was in her early 20s. Um, yeah. Yes, this is a thing. These are things that people are clamoring for. The fact that that reception was so amazing means that we have been waiting for this. Yeah, so these are the areas we need to step into. Okay, D. Lewis,
Hmm.
thanks for this safe space for open discussion for Black women. This is great. You're very welcome, D. Thank you for being here. All right.
Yes.
Toya Washington loves the national park idea. Another vote for that.
Mm.
All right. Okay. I think I'm almost at the bottom. Thank you, Daisy Lee, for this super chat. She loves your glasses, Katrina.
Oh, thank you, Daisy Lee.
They are super cute. When I saw Katrina, I was like, yes. When I the glasses, the background, we're doing it. Katrina, you're in Delaware. Katrina's in Delaware, y'all.
Actually, Stephanie, that's what I didn't tell you. So I got there yesterday, and the owners um own a dog, like a long-haired dog. And
Uh,
as soon as I lay down to go to sleep last night, I got a reaction. So I ended up sleeping sitting up on the couch. And at 5 o'clock this morning, I got on the road to come back to DC so I
oh,
could be in front of the camera at 10. So
oh,
my mom and my sister are still there. Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. So what's your plan?
Yeah.
Just like take a bunch of allergy medicine or not? You're not going back.
Well, I think I'm going to stay in DC today and then drive back up in the morning and hang out with them
Okay.
all day tomorrow and then come back home because it's just a 2 hour drive.
Yeah, it's not far. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Kat, what subject matter gets your YouTube video shut down? Um, so YouTube is very strict on content for children, right? That's why they ask you in every time you upload a video, is this video for children? They're very strict on that. The answer is always no. I don't care how PG your topic is. I don't care if your topic is smoothies, breakfast smoothies, right? Your videos, you say, no, this video is not for children. They're very strict on what happens if you say your video is for children. Um, of course, there's a level of nudity that they don't allow. I don't know what it is because I be seeing stuff on YouTube. I'm like, I thought you couldn't do that. I don't know, but there's like a level of nudity that you can't have. Um, you can't use anyone else's music without the rights. They're very good at detecting other people's music, right? That's why I just advise people no music, right? It's hard. That'll get you in trouble. That'll get you strikes against your channel. But my video last week where I said I thought that white people were bred to be terrible people, no problem, right? So, YouTube is a place where you can, it seems like you can have an opinion on things. Their rules are pretty black and white. Their rules are pretty solid, right? No, if you say your content is for kids, you're opening up a whole can of worms that you don't want to get involved in. So the answer is just no, always no. This video is not for kids. Um, and then kids nudity, they don't really seem to care too much about profanity. Sponsors do. I read that videos with profanity make 1/8 of what sponsored video or that videos without profanity make, but I don't think that's true. But I think there is a difference. I think you're going to get a smaller amount of the YouTube AdSense pie with profanity, but they don't really care about it. Uh, and then, of course, using content that you're not entitled to use. So there is such a thing as fair use, where you can discuss someone else's work, but that's not the same as just posting someone else's work as your own. So fair use. I don't do a lot of reposting of other people's things, so I haven't dived. into that, but that is another troublesome area. So if your channel, so let's say you have a relationship channel and you want to discuss who's out here doing craziness in the relationship world right now. Last thing I knew was Megan and Tori, right? Megan the Stallion and Tori, what's his name, right? You want to discuss them. Um, you can only use, like, you want to use the picture of them at the award show or whatever. I don't know if you're allowed to use that. People do use them, right? But I don't know. YouTube is, because it's their um, algorithm or whatever. It's very smart. They're listening and watching your video, so they know what you're saying and what you're talking about and what's on your screen. So you will run into problems if you are using other people's content. Um, but that's not. Other than that, I haven't seen a whole lot of stuff get shut. Hate speech, right? They shut down the normal things. They seem to have shut down some hate speech channels recently, and some people got caught up in it. People who were discussing hate speech got caught up in their crackdown on hate speech. But mostly it's the kids stuff. Mostly it's the kids content. So just tell them this is not for kids, and you don't have to deal with that. Yes, I always get life with Mo. I always get in trouble for playing music. Yeah, don't do it. If you don't need it, don't do it. Unless you know how to get royalty-free music, or unless you know how to get royalty-free music, you can't just use popular music on your YouTube
Right.
channel. It'll just
Right.
be, they'll mute you, and they'll put a strike against you. And when it's time to get monetized, they'll be like, "Oh no, you can't get any ad revenue. You have too many strikes against you." That's hard. That's hard to deal with. Yeah. So even unlicensed music, so there are royalty free sites, but even I'm nervous about that, because one day that could change, right? So right now there's a site called MusicBed, and artists put their music on there specifically for you to use on YouTube. But what if this artist pulls their music off of MusicBed, and I've already published this video? How, what
Does it
happens?
get grandfathered in?
I
Does
don't
it get
know.
grandfathered in?
I don't know what happens. I'm too afraid to. I don't want to deal with learning that. I could learn,
Hmm.
but it's easier for me just to not use video, not use music. Yes.
So that's interesting. So GoPro, when I edit my videos with GoPro,
Uh-huh.
they claim that the music that's associated with the themes are okay for you to use. But now, I mean, since you bring that point up, is it possible that it could someday
I think so.
change?
I have music on a couple videos, and I'm prepared that one day I will that music will no longer be royalty free, right? So I wouldn't
Mm,
build a channel around videos with music. But I'm prepared, like a
mm-hmm.
couple, like my worst house sits, and it's just pictures of dogs and music, and there's music on that video. If I am prepared that one day that that will be a problem, right? So on some videos here and there, I don't see it being too much of a big deal. Um, but I wouldn't want every video or even half of your videos to have music. That's my recommendation, but that's me operating out of fear. Be aware that that is me operating out of fear and not wanting to learn law. If you want to take some time and learn the law for
Gotcha.
creators, or get an attorney, then it may be worth it. But this is me just saying I don't want to deal with it. So here's my solution.
Yeah.
My solution is I probably have 5 videos on my channel with some sort of music on them. Maybe 10 out of 140, maybe 10. And then if those videos one day get taken down, they get taken down. That's my philosophy on it. Can advertisers request to sponsor you through specifically advertising on your videos? Yes, they reach out to you. Yes, I talked about Cambly before, and then Cambly reached out and was like, "Hey, we'd love to sponsor a video on your channel." Yes, this is why we talk about products and services. Yeah, the good and the bad. I would share the good and the bad, because then if you have one that you bash, then their competitors may want to sponsor you. Yes, this is
Hmm.
a business
Oh, that's a
model.
good point.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah.
business model. The
Yeah.
influencer life is real. It's real. They pay you
Right.
cash money to promote their
Yeah.
products and.
And take advantage of that. Like I bought it's right here. I bought this tripod. I actually found it on Instagram,
Okay.
but when it came in the mail, in the packaging, there was an insert that encouraged you to do an unboxing
Uh-huh.
on social media. And so it's just this little tiny tripod that you can put your phone in,
Oh, how cute.
and you can move it. But yeah, they encouraged you in the packaging to do an unboxing and then link them.
Uh-huh.
So I guess you have those opportunities as well that you could possibly keep your eyes open for.
Yeah, and you can build relationships with them, right? So their social media person probably
Yeah,
knows their influencer marketing person. It could be the same person, but if not, they
yeah,
could work together.
right,
You can build relationships with these brands.
right.
Trusted house sitters, they like me. We're friends, right? My mom said the other day. My mom said the other day after I said what I said about white people in America. She was like, "But did you see that white lady shared your link on Twitter?" And I was like, "Yeah, she's trusted house sitters. They love me." Right? They do. They really do.
Mhm, mhm,
You build
mhm.
relationships with brands, and there's money in that. Yes, yes. So I talk about how to.
Yeah,
We talked earlier about how to monetize with affiliate links, but brand partnerships are more or can be more lucrative. So yes, build. Yes, that's why I said the GoPro. We're making GoPro videos over for you, Katrina. You are making GoPro. It's
right,
on the list, right? Yes,
right,
we're building
right.
relationships with these brands. You have not only a different perspective, or like you are a different niche and a different audience than the typical GoPro influencer, right? You're not the 22
Mhm,
year old white Australian, and so
right.
a smaller, a black influencer, a black creator with a smaller audience can be more valuable to these people because they don't have an in yet. You know, people will pay to talk to the people who follow you because you have built a niche audience. I can't say enough how important it is to talk to someone specifically. When you talk to
Yeah,
someone specifically on your channel, they know that you're talking to them, and those sponsors, those white men with money, want to talk to them as well, but they don't have a way to except through you for pay. That's my entire goal for 2022 is to make sure that white men pay me to do what I do.
mhm.
Yes. Yes to that. Hello, Larissa. You're late. No problem. I'm late to the party. Y'all catch the replay. We look like goddesses this morning. Thank you so much. Thanks, Larissa. Thank you. All right. Okay. I think I did a good job here. Let's see. Did I do a good job of answering the questions? Oh, Daria, child, this is not my forehouse, wheelhouse, my forte. Uh, I'm a classic undercharger. This is you need an influencer if you have a platform where you're ready to get brand deals. You need a coach who does that. Uh huh. Sidewalker Daily, right, is who I go to get help on brand deals because I don't know. I'd be charging too much. Okay. I mean, not enough. I don't charge enough. I have 70,000 subscribers. I'm pretty sure there are people with 10,000 subscribers who make what I make from sponsored content. So if you're talking about approaching brands and charging enough, find a coach who talks that. I recommend Sidewalker Daily for YouTubers and travel creators specifically. For other people, you may need someone different, but she's good for YouTubers and travel content creators. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Heavy Soldier says I did a good job. Okay, Katrina. So did I do a good job of getting, do you feel, I hope that you feel a little more clear on what, um, clear on getting started.
I do, and just being on the YouTube live today has built confidence.
Good.
So I have clarity and confidence.
Good. See, it's not that hard. This is it.
Right.
This is a good way to ease into it. I didn't even think about it that way, right? This is a good way to ease into YouTube
Yeah.
stuff. You go
Yep.
on YouTube with somebody who does it,
It
and then you
is.
feel like, oh, this wasn't so hard.
Yes.
It wasn't that bad. I'm just talking to people.
Right.
That's all it
Right.
is.
Yes, yes.
That's
Yes.
all it is. Just talking to people. Okay, so I'll see you guys. Some of you guys are already in the challenge. Some of you are, some of you are already in the challenge. So we'll see you on Monday. Some of you are not in the challenge yet. You don't have to join this time. I'm not pressuring you, but you're going to be upset when you start to see these channels bloom and grow and you say, oh, I should have been there. That should have been me. I'm just saying.
Yay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
I'm excited. I'm excited about what's going to happen for everyone in this challenge. Okay. So please join us at vicarious.com/challenge. And again, if you're watching the replay and it's after October 18th, 2021, it's okay. I'm pretty sure I'm still running the challenge because I'm excited about it. That's how excited I am. So I'm pretty sure. Go get in the next one. Find out when the next one is. Okay. We'll see you all there.
Okay.
Katrina. So I guess I'll see you, I don't know when. Sometime soon.
Maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
Do
Done.
you, do you have a bike? Do you have a bike, or you can rent
No.
one with my sister? You
Okay,
want to ride bikes with us tomorrow?
you guys are going for a ride. What time are y'all going?
I don't know. When will you be available?
I need to look because I do have a one-on-one call tomorrow.
Okay.
I need to look. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
maybe I'll
All
see you
right.
tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming on and for
Okay.
sharing and for being so
Oh, thanks for having
open.
me.
My
Yes,
pleasure.
thanks for having me. I love you. I love your audience, and I love what you're doing.
Thank you. You're so sweet. I love you too. Okay, guys, we'll
Hmm
see you again soon. Okay,
Okay.
bye.